Welcome to the Histories, Mysteries, and Conspiracies 4-part Halloween special. From history's greatest mysteries to conspiracies that haunt the ages, we'll uncover them all. This is the season, which is the host to many holidays. We plan to unravel them all within this special. We will conclude with a revelation on part 4. Subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our spine-tingling episodes. A new episode falls every Thursday. Hit the like button if you found this hauntingly fascinating. You're in for a spooky treat. Happy Halloween! Fear is the oldest and strongest emotion of mankind, and the oldest and strongest kind of fear is fear of the unknown, H.P. Lovecraft. As dusk falls upon the suburban town, candlelight flickers from the jack-o'-lanterns that adorn front porches, casting eerie shadows on the pavement. The air is crisp with the scent of fallen leaves and pumpkin spice, while the sounds of excited children in costumes fill the streets. Ghosts, witches, superheroes, and ghouls of all ages roam from house to house, their footsteps echoing with the rustle of candy wrappers. Porch lights blaze brightly, welcoming trick-or-treaters, and the occasional squeal of laughter or shriek of playful fright adds to the festive atmosphere. Neighbors exchange friendly greetings and treats, while the glow of festive decorations and the occasional fog machine create a whimsical yet slightly spooky ambience. As night deepens, the once quiet neighborhood transforms into a vibrant scene of festive revelry, celebrating the magic and mischief of Halloween. Is it just a childish holiday, or is there something darker lurking in its history? The traditions of Halloween trace back to the Celtic harvest festival of Samhain, a time when the boundary between the living and the dead blurred. Celebrations began on the night of October 31st, the beginning of the Celtic New Year. This was a time of feasts, bonfires, and even sacrifices. Early Celtic literature describes Samhain as a time when ancient burial mounds were believed to open, revealing portals to the otherworld. During these gatherings, sacrifices to the gods, sometimes even human, were made to appease the forces of nature, represented by the destructive Fomorians, personifications of chaos, darkness, and death. According to the Libor Gabala Erin, a story from ancient Irish myth, the people were forced to offer 2/3 of their children, crops, and milk to the monstrous Fomorians. The Annals of the Four Masters, written by Christian monks, even suggest that sacrifices were made to the stone idol Crom Cruach, an idol said to have taken the lives of a king and 3/4 of his people during worship. Samhain wasn't all doom and gloom. Bonfires were lit, and stones were cast into the flames as part of rituals to predict the future. Feasts were held, and nobles gathered every third Samhain to renew the laws of the land at the Tara festival. Yet even these celebrations were marked by the ever-present acknowledgement of the spirits, with sacred bonfires lit by druids at Tlachtka, offering sacrifices to ensure the gods' favor for the coming year. As Christianity spread, the church began to integrate these pagan traditions into its own calendar, transforming Samhain into All Hallows' Day, a celebration to honor saints and martyrs. By the 9th century, Pope Gregory IV made it official, and what had been a time of ancient rituals became All Hallowtide, a period of prayer, remembrance, and reflection. The Vespers on the eve of All Saints' Day, October 31st, marked the start of this solemn yet hopeful tradition. Over time, the customs associated with these holy days began to blend with older Celtic practices. Christians would go door to door offering prayers for the dead in exchange for soul cakes, a custom many believe evolved into modern-day trick-or-treating. Lanterns carved from turnips, much like the jack-o'-lanterns of today, were lit to ward off evil spirits, and candles were placed on graves in remembrance of loved ones. It wasn't until the mass Irish and Scottish immigration to America in the 19th century that Halloween began to take on the form we recognize today. Gradually, the festival shifted from a religious observance into a community celebration filled with costumes, candy, and haunted attractions. By the early 20th century, Halloween was celebrated coast to coast, no longer confined to small immigrant communities. But as Halloween evolved, so too did the perspective surrounding it. Psychologists suggest that facing our fears on this night, whether through haunted houses or eerie costumes, helps us process and confront deeper anxieties. Some see Halloween as a time of personal growth, a night where fear becomes a tool for resilience. Skeptics, however, argue that modern Halloween often distorts or oversimplifies ancient traditions, reducing them to commercialized fun. While some religious groups express concern that today's celebration trivializes spiritual matters or promotes materialism over reflection, Halloween today is a tapestry of ancient rituals, Christian influence, and modern celebration. It reflects the fears, traditions, and changes in society throughout history. But as we don our costumes, carve our pumpkins, and fill our streets with laughter and fright, we might ask ourselves, is there something about this night that still speaks to our most primal fears? Or have we lost touch with the darker, more profound truths behind Halloween's origins? As Halloween continues to evolve, are we simply celebrating the past? Or is there something deeper, something ancient, that still lingers in the shadows? For more content like this, share, and subscribe.